car, do this shit for y'all. Cats will be ballin', they gon' ball forever. That's it.
Oh my God, it's that TV.
Nah, Mr. 615. Now feast is south, west side we callin'. Baby from the top to the bottom. Yeah, I'm right off of Charles. She from Joe Johnson. Nashville be ballin', ballin'. I'm in Georgia Court, cushion my cigar. Running longest list in Charlotte. Sixes on my car, do this shit for y'all. Cashville be ballin', gon' ball forever. Forever, forever. 30 racks ball, a 40 racks ball. Like all I know is ball. They say I'm honorary. Right here on 40 block, a 40 piece from Rocky. I'm finna catch a flight, and feel his trail tonight. I fire back the light. Who shot and wanna ride with me and go to after hours? They tryna send 100 P's and smoke the city out. Ooh, I'm the man and I ain't playing around this motherfucker. But watch me do my thing. Down south players getting paid around this motherfucker. The fuck you mean? Hey, you mean that I'm on 12 and buck? I'm copping pieces for the team. I'm in Slim and Hustlers. Now feast is south, west side we callin'. Baby from the top to the bottom. Yeah, right by Haynes Garden. She from the Nashville be ballin', ballin'. I'm in Hadley Park, cushion my cigar. When the longest Ellington Parkway. Sixes on my car, do this shit for y'all. Cashville be ballin', gon' ball forever. Forever, forever. 30 racks forever. 40 racks forever. 50 racks forever. We gon' ball forever. Cashville be ballin', ballin'. Cashville smoking pressure, though we love her. Cashville smoking Elvis, I'm in love circle. $1 million nigga, I'm coolin' in Chesapeake Circle. $1 million nigga, I'm started on Jefferson Hustle. Southside raised like Jelly Roll, somebody save me. And one day I seen a spaceship over Crescent Table. I did a show on West End and got cool with the mail.
I met a chocolate home in Vegas, she from
niggas keep it gangster from JC Napier. Y'all represent from 23rd to AJ. Y'all represent from Westchester to Delaware. Y'all represent from Rivergate to Straightway. Shout out my niggas from Edge Hill, they keep it real. I got some golden family niggas and they keep it trill. I keep it a bean, I'm plenty arrows I done seen. We stronger together, Cashville, ball forever. We gon' ball forever. Say I'm on. Cashville be ballin', ballin'.
The beat.
They'll figure it out, I assume. They gonna have to. Cause I'm sure not. We got 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the draft and the season starts. I gotta replace a head coach. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Still ain't figured that part out.
And have fun, man. Y'all like having fun over there.
We were.
We were.
I mean, we were last year, you know. We haven't started yet. We are having fun. Like, there's some really good guys who came out for the open gym on Thursday. Like, really good. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with a few of them.
Yeah.
So, because there was one coach that was like, hey, check his weight. How much he weigh? And I was like, why? He was like, because I'm looking at him already. Like, and this little guy, I call him, what's the little white rapper's name? Who was going out with Drewski? Who was Drewski with? Jack Harlow. There's a little white guy that looks like a fat Jack Harlow.
I bet. I'm glad you said that.
And so he like,
you're a coach, ain't you? Yeah, I got.
Oh, you got first round, don't you?
I got the second pick. Yeah.
Who got the first pick?
The Bulls.
Do the Bulls have the first pick? I gotta go look back at the thing. Either way, it's quite a few. Big 30's been recruiting, so these boys is driving up from Jackson.
What's your team?
I got the West Side Knicks.
Come on, Knicks.
We're going. This is our championship round. Yeah, I made some moves. I really just made the best move of the all season, low key. No, actually, I ain't got the second pick. I gave up my second pick.
You did.
How many teams are in the?
It's 10. 10 teams. Every team has at least about like 7 players.
Mm-hmm.
But now,
How many games
every season.
How many games regular season?
8.
It's 8 now.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't no running down that floor. It's all walking.
No, they run. Oh, you be surprised.
They don't be getting tired.
Yeah, they get tired. They be running. I didn't say they don't get tired. I just said they be running.
That's gonna be all 1-7.
The Warriors have the number 1 pick. Then it's the Grizzlies, Hornets, Warriors, Rockets, Cavs, Hornets, Bulls, Lakers, Grizzlies.
Why you go so low for?
So I had the second pick, but I traded away. I know.
Oh, you got LA.
I traded away for a player that I needed. That's why I said I made the best trade.
I traded a pick.
So you had to trade. So you traded your pick mid-season?
No. So we only have 2 times you could trade. You can make trades after the season is over. There's like a trade window, and then there's another trade window that's 3 weeks into the season. So at week 3, the trade window opens up for a week. Yeah. So they making moves. I thought about that. I probably need to repost this now that I'm thinking about it.
Let's see what team this is. Like, so this is the team that won. This Dub team. They won the championship.
They've won 3 seasons ago?
That's Goodsville.
Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah.
Middle school gym look like they don't have one side of the bleachers though.
It's like a theater side on the other side of the stage and stuff.
Oh, okay. I know you make the game that just cussing like a mug.
You so hard.
Oh yeah,
Dub is a massive nigga, man.
Nah, for real.
Nigga was massive.
That's the perfect word. Massive, nigga.
Goodness gracious. Niggas already found. Damn, nigga.
Oh, no, they?
Oh, yeah, I gotta go to a game because I'll be laughing like a mother.
Oh, listen.
You want to coach with me?
Oh, he needs an assistant coach.
On Sunday.
Are you going to be there and you're going to wear a collar?
What time?
Usually 12 to 5.
12 to 5.
You don't have to be there the whole time.
Yeah,
so, like, y'all's game might start at 1 or 2. But he needs an assistant coach. Please keep recruiting. Good job. Good job, Ron. You didn't make no videos.
I may do it, G. Good.
No, I didn't see this. I didn't see this.
You should.
And I'm coming to the game. And I'm filming it.
Yeah.
You should. And there's an all-star game that you can play in every year.
Yeah.
2, actually. I mean, if you want to play.
I mean, Fat Boys play all-star game.
You don't have to be fat. You can be coaches. It's coaches versus Fat Boys.
Mm.
Now, don't get it twisted. Some of them coaches look for this game every season. Because the Fat Boys be talking stuff. So then they like, you can't play. Oh, okay. Just wait till...
Yeah. Because I wouldn't mind drawing the plays and shit like that.
Oh. And see, he's got a team... Some of the teams are, like, committed. Like, they practice. They play together all the time.
This is my team right here. We got a little squad, bro.
Okay.
And I just made a trade. I'm trying to find a game with that nigga, but...
Yeah.
So I made a trade for the nigga. The nigga in the league, they could do everything. He one nigga in the league, they could do everything but shoot. He one of them niggas. He like...
Oh, look at me. There's me.
I don't know. I can't even explain it. The nigga play deep. He can guard anybody in the league. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, LA?
LA, yeah. He like a point forward. He can't really shoot, but he a point forward.
He can't shoot. But every once in a while, he'll surprise you.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he's a
thing.
great captain on the floor. I will say.
And I got the best shooter in the league. Do you see the nigga with the headband taking the ball out? The nigga with the ball? Bro.
Now, I don't know if he's the best shooter in the league. I'm partial slightly. However,
Who you think is the best shooter in the league?
Nigga, bro.
No. Big Mike not the best shooter.
First of all, mine is the best in the league.
Yeah, Big Mike is the best player in the league.
Let's be
like,
clear.
by far.
Mine is the best in the league. He might not be the best shooter.
Big Mike, like I said, well, LA can do everything, but Big Mike can shoot.
Big Mike can do everything.
LA can't go at Big Mike. That's what like because nobody can go at Big Mike.
Who team he on?
Don't worry. I'll show you.
Oh, he's on the gas.
I'll show you real quick. This nigga, I'm telling you. The nigga, right? He shooting the free throw line. You know why? Because somebody just fouled him.
Oh, I think I do know Big Mike.
Yeah, you know probably know Big Mike. Big Mike be hooping. He be hooping everywhere.
Yeah, he be hooping. Yeah. Okay. So you think okay?
I seen him in Franklin. When I be riffing down in Franklin.
Now him got 731 on the back of the damn jersey.
Grand Junction.
I don't know. He floated back down that court too.
Oh yeah, he don't play no game. So
That's
I have
all.
the best person in the league. He might have the best shooter ish, but I got the best one out of everybody.
I got the best shooter, number 44. He a close right here, shot town right here. That nigga got that 5. He got that goddamn. You see
Oh, yeah.
You see how
Oh,
they
yeah.
ran out there on his ass? Cause that nigga got that goddamn pistol out there. You better not play with that nigga out there.
But you see him right here. He's my favorite. By
Oh yeah,
far.
JT one of the most versatile players too. I've
Yes.
been trying to get him every season. Like, come on over here.
I know these niggas be tired. They
Yeah, niggas
halfway
definitely be tired,
in the court.
But they so spirited, and he don't miss. So I keep the stats for the league.
Yeah.
So I literally know, like, nope, he's all right. He good. But Hybrid, who is his player he talking about,
Yeah.
he's really good. He's a shooter.
That nigga hit like 10
Yeah.
3 one game. Bro.
Oh,
Okay.
he's a shooter.
Oh, you don't have to coach that game. That's
Nigga, like,
when they got tired.
Bro, I've been having 6 players like
Yeah. Sometimes 5.
2 seasons.
Because in our league, you can play with 4. So you can play with 4 players, but ideally they would at least have 6. But sometimes his team got the bare minimum. Now his point guard-ish, Will, I really like Will. But sometimes it just be Will out there by himself. Will and Hybrid. Oh, 2. A strong 2. But you can't win with a strong 2.
Them niggas gonna frustrate me.
And they be tired. But not with LA. LA, Hybrid, Will, Jamel. No, you don't have Jamel.
I do have to.
Yes, you do. Jamel, he got a little squad.
Jamal, bro.
He got a squad.
I got like 10 players, bro.
Yeah,
you
got a squad.
Rotation's gonna be like this, bro. I might go around and be president and everything, bro. You got to be fucking
Fat boys press.
All right, what?
Not the fat press. I got to put in the rules because we got to have a rule for the fat press.
But, hey, it's easily. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, after the first 2 passes.
They ain't gonna be much of a press.
What's going on?
Yeah, somebody turning that ball on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you gotta be in shape to handle the press.
Man, what?
And to do the
And
press.
the press.
Check.
And to actually press.
To do what?
Yo, a full court press.
Oh yeah, no.
So you said Black Wizzle is your nephew? Is that what you said? So my student was in class today. I should have took a video. I was gonna send it to you. And she over here like this. Now mind you, this is 9th grade, right? So she over here like, Cashville be falling. And I'm like, so I'm just watching her and I'm like, do y'all have a TikTok to his thing? And she's like, no. She was like, we're on a dance team and we made up a dance to his song and we sent it to him and I guess he tagged him on social media. And I was like, I know his people. But she was like, yeah, and she was singing it too, like, she knew every word. She was like, ball forever. And I was like, okay, Jada. And she was like, great. So, you know,
What's up?
I know, right? I'm ready.
So that's how intro song, you know what I'm saying? If you hold it down.
Every time.
Young Scooter, young Skeeter.
Yo. Oh, am I alive? Am I good? Hello? That motherfucker, that single ain't even yellow. I started this gangster shit. It's the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello. Thought I fall off.
Hello. Hey, y'all.
Turn me up, son.
Yo, son, check.
Son, check, son.
Hey,
Mic 1 2, mic 2 and 2. The place to be.
if you grew up with your mother and without your father, that's why to you.
Shout out to me.
Shout out Contextually speaking this mob. You know what I mean? We finna do it big for y'all tonight.
Also, shout out to my niggas who grew up in a 2-parent household. We see you, man. Shout out my nigga, you feel me?
Shout out to Jersey, nigga. Shout out down to Jersey.
Okay.
I didn't know that one was.
You're definitely not from Jersey. But
Are you from Ohio?
I'm from Ohio. Shout out to the Pisces for being in the 66 degrees. We're coming. That was just a, precursor. We're coming.
Yeah, you like things.
This new weather is because of us. I actually don't know that.
It definitely felt amazing today.
I know it did. Of course it did.
It's gonna feel great tomorrow too.
We're
It did at
coming.
the beginning of the day, bro.
It's because of absolutely. We bring the spring.
We bring.
We do. We're
It's
coming.
finna be cold as hell.
That's not us. Now we just.
Hey, I got a question.
We just blessed y'all.
I got a random ass question. So, zodiacs, right? They go on a 12-month cycle,
Right.
So that means they on the Gregorian cycle. Because y'all believe in the Gregorian calendar, the original calendar when it was only 10 months. So if that's true, where the fuck did horoscopes come from? How? You ever thought about that?
I feel like astrology, but it's all based on the stars, really.
But also, what I'm saying, where did the month January and February come from out of his horoscope if the original calendar was 10 months and only had March through December?
Things that make you go,
I thought it was a lot.
Great, that's a great question.
That's a
So
great
how old is it really? And how man-made is it?
Cause what? Yeah, cause
Yeah, 100%.
what is it?
The Mayan calendar used to be 10 months. 10 months. So March to December was the only month. Even July was added later on.
So I used to study something called Cardamancy. And Cardamancy essentially is the study of the playing like cards. So think about it like this. This is how I learned juxtaposing against like the zodiac. So you have suits, hearts, clubs, hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades, right? So you take hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. There's 52 cards clearly in the deck, including the jokers. And based on your birthday, there's a chart that says what your suit is. And like your number kind of like dictates how your life is. Interestingly enough, it's very accurate. Obviously, cards have been around for a very long time, like the playing of cards and things like that, very long time. So for instance, like they would say hearts are the babies in the zodiac, meaning that I'm not the zodiac, Cardamancy. Like they're just starting life fresh, if you're going to look at that. Then you have clubs who would be considered like the sophomore. You have diamonds, they're like the juniors. Spades are the seniors. Spades meaning you've been here before. This ain't your first rodeo. You've done this a time or two. So when I was learning it, I am a 4 of diamonds. So diamonds, obviously think about it. Diamonds are money. We like money. We either know how to raise it. And in this lifetime, we're learning how to perfect our suit. And the thought is that when you kind of transition, you're coming back either as your same suit because you didn't get it right. Or when you come back, I'm putting that in quotes, you'll come back as the next one. So I would come back as a 5 of diamonds since I'm a 4 of diamonds. And so clubs.
You always stay in that suit though.
You will stay in that suit until you graduate up. So for instance, I'll give you an example. I have my oldest daughter, Janelle. She is born March 3rd. She is a 7 of spades, which makes sense based on how she shows up. The spades are usually very mature. They're very they have a lot going on. Temperament. It's almost like she's been here before. And even when she was a baby, people were like, man, it's like she's been here before. Right? Now my 14-year-old Genesis, she is a king of spades. So she's at the top, even higher than Janelle. Makes sense. A lot of stuff doesn't bother her. She's real mild-mannered. But then I have Justice, who is a club, and club are communicators. They have to learn in this lifetime how to refine and to perfect their communication skills. And you go up like that. So that's what they say. Hearts, it's about love. In your lifetime, you are learning about love. Clubs are about communicators. Diamonds is about money. And then when you get to a spade, that's your understanding life because you went through all the other suits, and now you're just trying to perfect it until you get to the top. And so I say that to say, Zodiac probably came somewhere from that because when I went to the little Cardamancy classes, they used to talk about how you could use the Zodiac and the card, like your cardology is what else they would call it, to determine like what you would do. And there are whole people who this is what they do. They do this for a job. Yeah. They can read your cards because every month you get a new 30-day card or 31-day card. Every 2 weeks there's a 14-day card. There's a 7-day card. There's a daily card. It's an app for it. So I think somewhere between that, because we've always, as a people, have used the stars, the earth, the moon to dictate life. Yes. And so I feel like somewhere along the line, it aligns. But that's a great question. And I'm a nerd, so now I'm going to go home and research it. And figure it out.
Yeah, I just wonder. You know what I mean?
Nigga said I'm a nerd.
I'm a big nerd.
Saying why can't we?
That's a great question, though.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I've never thought about it.
Well, welcome out to Contextually Speaking.
What up, though?
Y'all
Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Season 4, episode 6, Deuce.
62.
All right.
So what happened in 1962?
I don't have what happened in 1962. I do have what happened today, though, in Black History.
Do that.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So we have Harry S. McAlpin became the first African-American journalist to attend a White House press conference. That was in 1944.
Damn, took that long.
All right. The skater Debbie Thomas became the first African-American to win the women's singles.
Okay, what the limits on the
That was 1986.
And what the limits on this year, so that kind of coincides.
Yeah, I feel like we are in Olympic season.
Yeah.
Alonzo Lonnie Johnson passed away at age 71. I don't really know who he is, but he had to have been someone important because he had to be someone important because they put him, they listed him. I don't know who Lonnie is. Shout out to Lonnie.
That's a hell of a name.
Lonnie Johnson. I bet you played this sport. You look him up. Alonzo Lonnie Johnson.
I know Big Line.
Oh, Lonnie. Big Line.
His mama wanted that first name. His daddy's name had to be included.
It had to. That's
His
fine.
middle name is Lenny.
Lenny.
He said
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Alonzo Lonnie. So that middle name is his daddy's first name.
So who is he?
Alonzo Lonnie. That's
Alonzo Lonnie Johnson. No, Lonnie came from Lonzo. Think about it. Alonzo. They called him Lonnie. I feel like that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's
Sam.
If it's not his middle name, yeah, then yeah.
Hold on, he died when?
He died in 1970.
Okay.
Is this the guy?
Let me make sure I have the right one.
Because he has to be. He has to be important. I feel like he's important.
Let me make sure.
It's our second break.
I feel like he's important because
Okay, a long night.
I feel like he's important. Is he important?
No,
We can't find him.
Okay, this Lonnie Johnson is alive.
Okay, I'm gonna check. Maybe.
Born in 1970.
Born 1970. Boy, nigga.
Johnson.
Yeah, I ain't there.
He did.
What 50 say, nigga? I ain't there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. He was born in 1899, died in 1970.
Okay, there we go.
There we
Now,
go.
what did he do?
Okay, Lonnie Johnson was an American blues and jazz singer, guitarist, violinist, and singer.
Sound right.
Lonnie.
Lonnie.
That all makes
Big
sense.
Lonnie.
He was a pioneer of jazz guitar and jazz violin and is recognized as the first to play electrically amplified violin.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
Lonnie.
Shine be
He was
lying.
important.
He was a. I told you.
Cause you don't buy shit like that.
I was like,
You keep it all the way together, but that for me, you said, yeah, he died in 1970.
Without Lonnie, there is
Who the
no
fuck
Prince.
is he though?
Without Lonnie, there is no Prince.
Okay, there we go.
That shit hilarious, boy.
I didn't know Lonnie.
That's why he important.
That's why
Without
he
Lonnie, there is no Prince. There is nobody
There we
better.
go.
You know?
Ooh,
Shout out to Lonnie.
Shout out to him.
And last but certainly not least,
Died in
1970.
listen, no judgment. Okay, I just.
And cause she read
I read it so
first 2
smooth.
points so eloquent.
Now
She
you
like,
kept it functional.
Lonnie,
really
he
know Lonnie.
died in 1970. I don't really know what it is. Hold
But
on, why he on the
he
list
must have
though?
been important.
Why
He
he on
must
the
have. The fact that they didn't give me his fact though is very
Can't be real. Yeah. Okay, now let's get down to the bottom. Why y'all give my nigga his fact?
Right.
Like, why my nigga at the
Lonnie
search so heavy for that? That should be like right on the top.
right at the top.
That's kind of wild, actually, though. If we think
It's
about
really
it.
wild.
ChatGPT dropped the
They
ball.
don't say that as Google.
You had to go to Google.
We're not gonna say that.
Oh,
I figured
ChatGPT,
that. I figured that. I thought
yeah,
about
so-
it.
ChatGPT said that. ChatGPT said that Trump didn't kidnap that nigga, that president nigga too. Though.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
This is the last one. We
Chat is not a reliable source.
Not a reliable source. I tell my kids that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did.
No.
Rose. Y'all don't like. Oh, cause we had
Yeah.
the real one.
The real one.
Yeah,
The realest.
I ain't biased or what.
I'm just.
I love
All right, man. No.
I don't care.
Top 5.
There was a great little breaking part we had.
That was great.
We
Shout out to Lonnie.
You know what I mean?
Can this episode be called Lonnie? Because I feel like
Alonzo Lonnie.
Alonzo Lonnie.
Yeah.
Because we got a shot.
What's his last name? Jackson?
Johnson.
Johnson.
Straight Black History Month.
When they say
Yeah,
K.I.E.
my nigga, and the girls call him AJ.
AJ.
You know the
Alonzo
girl.
Johnny.
You know they call it. Hey AJ.
That's it.
Now, I'm not gonna call you Lonnie like
I'm not gonna call you Lonnie like everybody else.
like your little friends.
That's it.
No,
Even in the 40s.
Oh yeah, what's your mom? What's your real name? 1940 something.
Alonzo.
18 something. What we born 18 what?
1890 something.
Yeah, and that shit had that name 1908.
Alonzo.
I really-
1800s is crazy.
I really want to get into this. We would just play it backwards. So I really get into this week ass Super Bowl.
Don't do that. Oh man.
I didn't watch it.
Let's do this. Let's watch this. You got to highlight. You got to recap the Super Bowl.
Oh, you talking about the game, or you talking about the?
Watch it. Okay, we'll do the game first.
Okay, do the game first.
No, we'll do the game first. Field goals.
7
Punts. Seahawks win. That's all y'all need to know.
Good job.
Running the ball, a lot of running.
Great game. Great game. Shout out to Walker. He from Memphis. I mean Tennessee. I mean MVP for the Super Bowl. Shout out to him. He killed him. Shout out to Sam Darnold. I mean and shout out to Seahawks, man. Y'all killed him.
Literally.
That lineman for the Patriots. Go get a job at Amazon.
What? Oh wow.
That's
You
tough.
need to push boxes because they was pushing you down.
Oh.
The whole game. You was soft as baby shit.
What's that? He gave a 4
At the
pressures.
Sunday dinner. Huh?
He gave a 4 pressures. I heard
4 pressures. They had 7 sacks.
Yeah. I watched it and I thought like, this is a really low scoring Super Bowl.
No, the kickers had more points than everybody.
Definitely. He made a lot of field goals. Now that I know. I don't know too much about
I
football.
know his feet hurt today. He was
that
kicking.
nigga had 7.
Him and the
Did he break
punter.
a
Him and the
record?
punter.
I think he broke a record,
He
right?
might have. It would surprise me.
Probably the single.
This would be the game where the kicker has a record.
I know he went up and
This was the game where the kicker would
Super
have a
Bowl
record.
60.
And that's nasty on Super Bowl 6 on the commemorative, like nasty. So that was a week 3. That was week 3 in the NFL Super Bowl.
preseason.
That was nasty work.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Pretty-
And I don't like football like that.
But now to the real show,
Yes.
the Benito Bowl.
Yes.
The Benito Bowl was really,
notes
really.
for this one.
That shit was really, really good. You look at it. I'm gonna get out the way first.
Kick it out the way.
Fuck you niggas who mad because they wasn't speaking English. Who gives a fuck?
Okay.
Who gives a fuck? It's a good music. See, this is what look at my little reference. Look.
Go ahead.
Music is universal.
That's it.
If you don't like music, just say that. You niggas like people. Y'all don't like music. This shit wasn't up the best album of the year for a fucking reason. The nigga shit is good. More people view him than Michael Jackson halftime.
For sure.
What are we saying? Just let it go. It's okay.
Than any halftime ever.
Ever. I mean, ever. Because Michael Jackson had the highest rated one. Ever. Mm-hmm. It was so much message in there for his culture. Like for the last 4 years, and I know people feel they want about Jay-Z and all that type of shit, but for the last 4 years he been running the field, it's been about culture.
Yes.
Rihanna has been there.
Yeah.
While she was pregnant, my nigga. We had Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. Then we had and Snoop, and then we had Kendrick Lamar do his own Super Bowl last year with messaging and symbolism all through there for us.
Yes.
And this year,
You had to Beyonce.
and Beyonce, and this year they did it for Puerto Rico for all our Latino and our Spanish speaking people that are going through what they're going through right now, as well. See, understand what this is for as well too. Fuck ICE. Let's say that too, cause that's what it's for. It ain't about y'all all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't for you all the time. This ain't for that. It was for them. It was for a reason. The banner said, only way you combat haters with love anyway. Mm-hmm. And you niggas keep missing messages for your own ignorance because you mad about something. Because you want to idolize and put something into your own selfishness for let it go. It's a great Super Bowl. First of all, the production was great.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
The production was A1.
Yes, it was.
Like, I thought it was a music video in a few of those scenes. It like it was a music video, but it was live. Like the production was great. The dancers, yeah, Coco Jones, they're doing the vibe, doing the thing. Ricky Martin.
Definitely Ricky.
What are we talking about?
And Lady Gaga.
Hey, lady, I'm going. I get
Just
Ricky Martin.
brought out just an album.
What are we talking? What are we saying?
Like
He had people play grass.
He definitely had people playground.
What do you mean? Like, it was a full production, homie. Like, you feel me? Like, I didn't have to understand the words. I understand the energy.
Yeah.
I didn't have to understand. I understood, man. That shit, music spiritual, homie.
Yes.
I understood what it really was saying. I didn't have to understand what he was saying all the way. It didn't matter. Because I know what energy feel like. And salute to old Benito, man. You feel me? And he put his real last name on the jersey. He had Bad Bunny, and we put his last name on the jersey. Like, yeah, so I rock with that, man. Shout out to Benito, man. You feel me? You can take it away, man. I know you're gonna do it more eloquent than me, yeah, man. You're gonna do it more.
So I agree with my good brother. This is what I'll say. What I saw last night was that last year, Kendrick was there for us. And it was all about the game of life that we were in. So remember, Kendrick opened up with the PlayStation situation. He had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was very much about race, but it was about us, right? So I agree wholeheartedly. This one, there's so much stuff in it. I seen a post the other day that was like, you need a doctor to understand. Well, first of all, you don't. You should just watch the news because a lot of stuff that happens. First of all, have you ever been to Puerto Rico? Because if you've ever been to Puerto Rico, much of the stuff that was in it, you would have recognized, right? But I want to break it down because there are a few things that stuck out to me. First, he was talking about colonialism, okay? For those of you who don't know, Puerto Rico is an American territory. It is not a state. They have been there. They are split as a country to determine some people want to be an American state and get statehood. Many people do not because of how they've been treated since they were colonized. Why were they colonized? Because of sugarcane. You see how this comes in?
When it first started, they were in the sugarcane fields.
They were in the sugarcane fields because that is how they got started. And there's a juxtaposition, which just means like a comparison, right? Between the classical European music that was playing in the sugarcanes, right? So it's deep. Art is deep. Then you take it away from there. You have the little pink house. If you ever go to Puerto Rico, there's those pink houses. Well, they're colorful. Houses everywhere. It represents culture. But what you don't know about Puerto Rico is that right now, crypto billionaires are going and buying up the island, which is forcing native people out, i.e. the pink houses. They're forcing them out. Crypto billionaires, European, American, are coming to Puerto Rico, buying a portion of the island. So that's what that symbolized. The little boy sleep in the chair, that's culture. That's community, right? Then there was a point in there where he handed a little boy football. That little boy was the little boy that was arrested by ICE. He was 5. He brought him and his family to the Super Bowl. And he gave him that. That's a symbol. And the thing at the end that I loved was there was a part where he was marching. Before I do that.
Yep.
The light poles. We have to talk about the light poles. 8 years ago, Puerto Rico got hit by Hurricane Maria. To this day, they do not have solid infrastructure. Many families still live off of generators. Their infrastructure with energy is weak to this day. That is why he had the light poles. The light posts were there, not randomly. Everything he did was very intentional, even down to the Puerto Rican flag. The Puerto Rican flag that he had light blue. In 1858, the original design of the flag was the one he had last night.
Yep.
Later on,
they
had the dark blue added to the Puerto Rican flag, and those are for the people who want Puerto Rico to be a state. The light blue flag represents an independent Puerto Rico. That's just showing the contrast between the people on that island and what they're going through. Do we want to be a state? Look how they're treating us. Do we not want to be a state? No, we just want our own strong infrastructure. So there's that. On top of all that, at the very end, he said he does something that I think wraps everything up. Everybody's following him and they have flags, right? What people fail to forget, here comes the teacher in me, North America is a continent. The United States is a country in the Americas, okay? The Americas consist of Canada, the United States, Mexico, the Caribbean islands, right? It's more than just America. It's more than just the United States. Mm-hmm. And I know that we say America, 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 but it's not just us, y'all. This is the Dominican Republic, right? There are countries that are part of the Americas that are considered North America, the continent. We ain't it. So when he's marching with all those flags,
we're an immigrant continent.
mean, first of all, most people don't know what the continents are, but that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's the truth, man. I'm gonna hold my comment to myself.
That's the foundation. That's the foundation.
That is the
So I
truth.
have to like give them the history lesson. The history lesson is continent.
That's the truth.
Countries. Countries make up a continent, just like Africa.
got
People say you're from Africa. No. You are from a country that is in Africa.
If I
right?
add something, see,
You're from the continent of Africa.
You're from the continent.
yeah.
But
They
you're
can
from
vote that,
Nigeria,
but
my
we're not
nigga.
gonna-
You gotta break down the name yourself.
But I don't want to go too far.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's like I don't want to ask what city you from and you say Memphis, right? No. Ask what state you from and you
And you
say
say,
Memphis.
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say. It's just like, yeah.
Where you from, Memphis?
I'm glad. I'm just glad that you broke down with a continent.
I had to.
in comparison to
Because I've seen so much discourse about, well, why they ain't speaking Spanish? And you know what the first thing I thought of was how elitist of us. As African Americans, many of us were brought, either were brought or for those of us who are indigenous from here, who built this country, immigrants helped, but we did it. And you have the nerve, your elitist, westernized self, to hold up your fist on one day and the next day say that you didn't understand what they were saying. First of all, you should turn them subtitles on. I got subtitles on. That's number one. Number two, the fact that you are using the very thing that at one time was used against your grandma, your grandpa, your great-great, and now you have the audacity and sometimes the caucasity to say that they can't speak English, and so you thought it's irrelevant to you?
You know, so crazy. I told this chick on Facebook earlier.
Don't get me started.
She was talking about Super Bowl, and I was like, you were literally just sitting there to talk, just to be talking. Like, you literally just on the same out here doing everything everybody else doing. You trying to have an opinion just to have one. But I'm like, as a nigga or a black American, I'm like, we are one of the only few people that don't have a native language. I'm like, so for you to even sit here and start talking about somebody that doesn't understand their history and actually can tell you probably who their great-great-great-grandfather is, you worried about the wrong thing.
Very much so.
Make sure your children can read.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
And I'm literally on Facebook. I'm having this conversation like, you are a nigga that's doing the same shit that exactly what they want you to do. I'm like, we are sitting, like she said, you sitting imposing feelings and criticizing people for the same shit that we've been going through, that we still going through. And they don't understand that it's literally part of the flight.
This ain't
part of the
exhausting.
flight.
This is so exhausting.
I just want to say they have multiple languages and dialects.
Facts.
We only think it important. I always have to speak my elite voice, because whenever we start talking about stuff like this, it makes me realize how isolationist we were for so long as a country, and that really set us back. There are young people in Europe who have a passport and they travel between countries. They go on holiday on the weekend.
All the time.
Most of our kids I work with don't leave the block of Nashville. They ain't been downtown.
Say that.
No.
I had
Say
kids
that,
who literally had never been to Broadway. And we want to talk about they speak in a different language? Of course they are. They're speaking it culturally. They're speaking it linguistically. They're speaking it economically. They literally can see the world. They are born with dual citizenship. I'm an American and I'm Puerto Rican, so I can go in between the two. Now, for those of you who don't know, you can actually go to Puerto Rico without a passport.
Right.
But that's a different story for a different day. But I need you to go visit
No,
something.
but that's a story though. You can go without a passport.
You go without a passport.
But I was saying
That
earlier,
is a story.
It's beautiful.
Like, even if you just break down there, like you broke down the continent, right? So, but it says the name of our country is the United States of America. You gotta understand. Think about every other country. It ain't no other country that even sound anything like the United States of America.
It ain't Canada of America.
Like, exactly,
Or
like-
Mexico of America.
Like,
It ain't Tokyo of Japan.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't. You know
Like,
what
you gotta
I'm
see,
saying?
like,
Japan of Asia.
Japan of Asia. Like, come on,
you gotta think about,
man.
like you said, how elitist that is. Like, even when this shit was started and how
I live in the state of Tokyo.
But it's like,
I live in this.
it's for us to know that we are the most powerful country and the resources and the power that we have to get the resources that we need. So it's like, bro, it ain't nothing but a repeated cycle for whatever the future holds. And it's like, but it's crazy to see that we still perpetuating the same.
And I got some. I'm
standards
gonna
of
defend this in a
other
second,
people
black folks. But I'll finish about that. I'm the finish, and because the white folk, we knew what they was watching. Like the race white folk, we knew what they was watching.
They were watching.
Oh, yeah.
They were watching,
Well, not all of
Kid
them.
Rock. I said the racist white folks. The racist white folks. Kid Rock. They were watching him. You know what I mean? They were watching him. Dude who put a song about having sex with young girls. Yeah, so they were watching him.
Well, one last thing. Go to Puerto Rico. Last time I went, I got off the plane, and they were walking up to me speaking Spanish. You want to know why? Because Afro-Caribbean is a thing. Mm-hmm. And when you go over there, they have locks. They are dark-skinned. And don't let me get on my Dominican brothers and sisters, man, because you don't know. They share island with Haiti. Okay? But Puerto Rico, dark-skinned, thick. They look like us, literally. The image of Puerto Ricans that we see, the beauty standards, you have to remember, are Europeanized, right? Everywhere. But and that's not taking away from them. That's just saying that Spain colonized, and when they colonized, they set standards that are very similar to, we're going to separate the light from the dark. When you go to the island of Puerto Rico, you will see people who look like me, who look like AC. They got locks, and they can't tell the difference between us and them outside of when we open our mouths. But if you go anywhere, and I had them specifically when I went, shout out to Rafi. He was my driver for the whole weekend I went on a solo trip. He took me to the park. I said, I want to see it all. I need to see us. And he was like, are you sure? I said, yeah, I ain't scared. I need to see us. He said, oh, it's not scary. It's beautiful. He was like, but you're not going to be able to tell. It looks just like your grandma or grandpa. We ride down the block. They like us. Chairs outside, cars on brick. I'm kicking it. I got my first tattoo in Puerto Rico ever by myself.
I'm going.
It's beautiful, and flash your cheek. But go to Puerto Rico before you make this assessment because they look like us, y'all.
Yeah, and that's why people be like, "Why they grabbing black people?" Nigga, because everybody black. Y'all don't know everybody black. Everybody is black. Like people don't know shit about history.
But what you just said that was very important. The isolating us. Mm-hmm. Was on purpose, and that's why this is why I would have grace for even those type of people to understand how they got to, like, they still don't know that they're there.
No, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people still don't know they're in a life of conformity and not understanding the full circumstances and stuff like that. They think they just right. You know what I mean? Because nothing has told them they need to be anything more than what they are.
We conditioned. You know what's so crazy? It just made me think. All of y'all bring up valid points, but as Americans, we're conditioned to be right.
First world problems. We first world. That's what. Like
that's crazy. Like the desire to be right. I've never.
It's like that in all major. That's like it's same thing with China. Same like all major like this. That's why dictatorship is such a big thing of communism because. It's like I'm right. I know what needs to be going on. You know what I'm saying? That and that's really when that's always like when the powers to be people up there. It's gonna always be. That's what it always is. I'm right. I'm like it is. It's a sword fight.
But also, I'm gonna tell you though. Also, I think Americans have a different level of arrogancy.
Yeah,
because we've been told by other places we were the best. Mm-hmm. It ain't just that we were saying it. Other countries, other people, we're coming to America to get a better life. People have been telling us we are the salvation for so long, that we are the savior of the fucking world, basically, and we fit into. You started smelling yourself. It's just a people. Yeah. Like now, you gotta learn. You need to learn. Man, why you don't speak English? Why you don't learn to speak English? When you go to other countries, do you know they accommodate for other languages?
Right.
When you go to other countries, they don't look at you like, you need to learn Spanish, motherfucker. It would be nice. You should learn other languages. I do believe we all should learn other languages. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But when they go over there, they have translators. They have things to accommodate for your English-speaking ass. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Over here, we are the area you want to demand people. I don't understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Bitch, you got an iPhone.
You better pull out.
You better pull that translator out. What the fuck are you talking about? You got Android. I don't care what. You got a phone.
And that's why I'm living there too. Like, bro, I forgot who the fuck said it, bro. But niggas be like, bro, niggas be asking dumbass questions, and I'm like, bro, what you talking about? He be like, bro, ain't no reason for a nigga to be asking me nothing. He's like, bro, you got a whole computer in your pocket, bro. What the fuck are you asking me for?
Nothing.
Like for real. And I was like, bro, I feel that, bro. Like Because if a nigga, unless it's some shit that's just personally going on between y'all like meeting up time, something like that, but like it ain't no reason for
Spend advice on something.
Yeah. It ain't no reason for nigga to just be asking you some general question. Hey, bro, when old girl die? Like, bro, you can look that up online.
But that's dangerous too.
But then you trust information is always on the internet.
Yeah, and I know we're getting into it, so I don't want to go ahead, but we have all these students who are now solely relying on this too, right? Like the difference between the generations. I have to tell my students this. Miss D grew up at a time we didn't have this. I had Ask Jeeves and maybe AOL, but that wasn't as reliable. But I knew I had Britannica though. My mama paid that little whatever that subscription was so I could get all them encyclopedias, right? We had an encyclopedia set. Kids don't even know what that looks like anymore. I had to learn how to...
Dictionaries.
I literally had to teach my students this year how to look up a word in the dictionary. Because I was saying, oh, grab the dictionary. And everybody looked at me. Granted, y'all, I teach middle school. Now, that is not...
Wow, we're so far removed.
That is not the exception to the norm. Like, I had to have my admin buy dictionaries because I wanted my kids to have that skill. Not because it was something required of me.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't blame... But that's why I don't be blaming the kids. You see what I'm saying? But that's why I don't blame the kids for being what they are. She had to get the admin to get her dictionary because that's not the requirement no more. That's not even the requirement no more.
Yeah, they like going away from books all the
There are whole students that
to touch real things is not the requirement.
To me this year was the first time I've had parents say, Miss D, you were the first teacher that they've had that has required them to do summer reading. So usually when I was growing up, now, and be fair, I only teach how I was taught, right? So, and because I teach, there are caveats. I teach in a private school. I teach in a micro school that was founded by a Black woman, right? I have a lot of caveats and a lot of privileges that I love because I'm realizing that the young ladies coming in, whatever systems they're coming from, except for the few, and I can tell which one of my students come from different situations. Those are the girls who can read. Those are the girls who can reason. Those are the girls who can write legibly. Like, I have students that when I assess them, I can say, oh, that makes sense. She came from Columbia schools. Oh, that makes sense. You live out in Wilson County. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, you coming from Williamson? Oh, that makes sense. I can tell, y'all. I can tell when someone's coming from another private school. I can tell. The reasoning is different. The logic is different. The thinking process is different. The work ethic is different. So when I start assigning books over the summer, and I have some parents who are like, oh, they got that done, Miss D. First day of school coming in with their posters. Versus, we really got to read all that. Oh, my God. It is a difference. And that is how we are separating the haves and the have-nots. So when I got the dictionary, I had to teach my girls. There's a guide word. It's alphabetical order. Let's start there. Alphabetical order.
What does that even mean?
Guide words. Yes. Some of my girls, like...
Wow, man, like...
This is stuff we learn.
Like, hold on, G. Like, hold on. Because this is important. Like,
how old are these kids? I don't want to...
So I teach 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. No, I teach the... No,
6th grade to me is when you start to learn. 6th grade when you start learning how to do it.
No.
Yes, that's what I learned how to do.
I started learning how to do that shit in like 2nd grade.
Well, not so dictionary work. So we were coming up. Dictionary work was 3rd and 4th grade.
We were picking out AR. We were doing AR. AR reading.
Yeah, we were doing AR reading.
2nd grade. So 3rd and 4th grade.
That's why I said you couldn't. So it couldn't have been. Because AR reading, you had to go and pick out your old books from the library.
This is trouble.
Well, we didn't have to do sight words and over. I wasn't doing summer readings in elementary school.
No, summer readings.
That's what that's what I'm saying. But shit, I'm speaking on everything she's speaking on. I'm speaking on everything.
I'm like learning how to go to the library and shit like that.
Oh, it was requirement. You already had to go to the library anyway. What the computers though? See, that's what she's saying though.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
You had the little
the fatback apples, the old school Macintoshes.
Yeah.
But that was later on, like 5th grade. It was like late elementary,
we had a computer lab. See, they don't know what a computer lab is.
We had to take a computer class.
Yeah.
Computer class.
I had to take typing.
Mavis. Mavis got us together. Y'all know Mavis. Mavis was the one. She was the Black lady who had the typing club. And you had the little things where you had to, like, your hands went under the thing, right?
You had to test and improve your typing speed. I had to learn how to type and improve my type.
Baby, to this day, my flex in the coffee shop, I'm like this. Talking to somebody, I do it on purpose just because I can.
That's probably one of the only skills. That's probably a part of the skill I don't really think I forget I have.
Yeah.
Because I still do the same thing. Like when I'm moving, I'm still typing on shit. I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah, because your mind is working.
If I do look down, it's because I know I've been spelled. So I'm like, okay, boom, get right back to it. But like you had, they used to be required for jobs.
Yes. How fast could you type?
How fast could you type? What's your word per minute?
Absolutely.
I got 45 words per minute.
Yeah, 45. And they need you that you had to do at
Sometimes
least.
you got to do a test.
You had to do it. It showed like you had to do at least 40 to 50 words per minute.
I remember my auntie. She ain't had no. She had a computer, but it ain't had no internet. And it had 3 games on it, bro. She had to type Solitaire. It had Solitaire. It had 4 games. It had Solitaire. It had
Minesweeper.
It had a typing thing on it, and it had like
What's Spades on there?
It was some like card game. I forget.
Hearts.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Hearts. It was Solitaire Hearts.
And then you got to draw.
And the paint.
Hey, boy, you just like the memory, boy. You like the memory.
That's a core memory.
But hold on, though.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
You have to grab. You got to teach them to look for a word in a dictionary.
Yeah.
Because they have Google.
Because think about it. Their life is this, right? So
You're right.
So we're dealing.
I'm the one that's out of touch. That's what I'm the
This
one.
is what I suggest. Number one, go volunteer at your local school. Because a lot of times our generation we think we're not far removed because we use these, but the reality is we were born during a time when technology had evolved to CDs, right? So I always tell people millennials are super dope because we came from tape to CD, from CD to iPods, right? LimeWire, MP3, from that time to streaming. Like, we've literally been the bridge that connected multiple medias. We went from tape, VHS, right,
and for them,
to DVD.
And to make them feel good, I know at the beginning, I remember we had MySpace.
Yeah.
We remember when Facebook started.
Babe, let me tell you something.
I remember when Twitter started. I remember when Instagram started.
2005 was when Facebook happened. I was a freshman at TSU. And in order for you to get in, somebody had to invite you with the .edu.
I was mad when it first started. When it first started, I couldn't get in.
You couldn't get in because it wasn't everybody.
You had to be in college.
Thing.
You had to be in college. So look, I was at the Oasis Center when I was mama had been pro and RP my nigga, RP my old head Zook. Shout out my nigga Zook, RP Zook, fuck cancer. Zuki was in college. He was a freshman. And he was on Facebook. He was our mentor. Yeah. And we were like, you can't get on Facebook. You had to have 2 years, like 2 or 3 years later,
they opened it up.
They opened it up for everybody, and then they made it like a connecting website.
Yep.
And that was the first real social media where everybody was on. And then, man, we was by 09.
Yeah.
Bro,
but when it first started,
and Twitter,
my roommate said, "Are you on Facebook?" I said, "What is that?" And she was like, "I gotta invite you. It's only for college students." I'm like, "Okay." So she sent me an invite, and you had to have a .edu. I will never forget that because that was the one that was like our way to connect. So I had a friend at a different school. I invited her because she had a .edu, and so I think about these evolutions. I remember AOL chat rooms.
Man,
I remember dial-up. We had to have so much patience.
No. I had to wait. I remember having to wait until my mom went to sleep.
Got off the phone, baby.
She had no. Y'all.
We had to get a whole second line.
My mom working. My mom wasn't doing all that. My mom working nights, so she would get off work, chat, and yap on the phone for a while because minutes. Phone with
that's
minutes.
right. After 9 o'clock, can't do that.
So she sleep by 8.
Mm-hmm.
When she go to sleep, that's when I got a computer because then she out the house phone for the rest of the night.
And you got to unplug from the YouTube and put it into the computer because it was wired.
Hey, well, and then she said, "You better get a computer if I always sleep," because she hate hearing the down sound. He starts. I had to get on them before she went to sleep, but after she got the phone. Yeah. Small window.
Very small.
Small window because she got to be back up at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go to work at night.
Yeah. And then if they need to use the phone while you on there, they'll unplug that mug and you off. And when you first started, AOL sent everybody in the mail the disc. Mm-hmm. And you had to load the disc, put it in the CD-ROM, load it up. Y'all remember them floppy disks? Don't lose a floppy disk. See, this is...
You don't lose your instruction pad.
Don't lose your...
Now you got to buy a whole new thing.
And you got to buy a whole new thing. And so when we talk about technology, I told my students all the time, technology at one point was a book. Technology at one point was paper. It was a pencil. That has technology has evolved. Now we're in a space where we use it so much
It's so
that it has become a replacement for intellect.
Yes.
Right? So what happens now is I have students, our generation doesn't know that, because if I don't know something or if something looks off, I'm going to be like, okay, let me go research. Let me go look at another source. Let me go figure out.
It don't feel right.
Right.
And they don't know that.
And they don't know that.
So what they'll do is a sermon, though.
That's the sermon.
The sermon comes with natural, having actual knowledge.
And they don't know that no more.
Most common sense.
Most kids will tell you, I promise you, if you ask them, if they do go cite a source, it's going to be Wikipedia.
And I have to, and I told my students we can't do Wikipedia.
And they don't know that you can edit it, and it's possible that somebody just wrote some bullshit up there.
It's crazy.
I remember
being in college. I had to know that.
But it was crazy that you said that because every day Callie come home from school, we only do it on school days. Every day she come home from school, I make her write down 5 words out of the dictionary and what it means, and then use them in a sentence.
Absolutely.
So I know you understand.
Vocabulary skills are lacking. We have students who, but again, I don't fault them. I don't even fault teachers. Right? It goes back to No Child Left Behind, which is legislation during Bush.
System.
Right? It's a system. Because what they knew is, if we push all these kids through. So to be fair, No Child Left Behind and some legislation that came out, it was about the Department of Education, and they started pushing students through. Why? Because it's a money game. The federal government was giving local schools, states, money, and they had to justify how we are giving these states money. So what do? Standardized tests, right? This is where it comes. If y'all remember, when we were in school, we took 1 test. Well, I'll say 2. When I was in Ohio, in 5th grade, we took the Iowa test in the 5th grade. That was it. I do not remember taking any standardized tests up until the 5th grade, right? That was it. 9th grade, I took the Ohio proficiency test. That was it. If you pass all 4 parts, English, social studies, science, and math, you pass all 4 parts on the first time, you don't have to take another standardized test until the ACT or the SAT, if you wanted to. My 10th grade year, No Child Left Behind starts ramping up, but we're already past. I done took my test. They rolled out this test in Ohio called the OGT, the Ohio Graduation Test. That was the door, and every state did it. I was just in Ohio. Every state had to pilot some type of test that they would start giving students every year to justify these funds that they were drawing down from. So they were called Race to the Top funds, right? You had No Child Left Behind. Then you had, after that, there was another one that came with a new president. And since then, we have had some type of legislation until this president here. Because, he's trying to dismantle the Department of Education, which a lot of people are upset with. I don't know that I disagree. But I disagree probably on very different premise because I'm a homeschooler. I teach at a micro school. So for me, school choice should be a choice, specifically for students who are coming from disenfranchised, opportunity robbed communities. If my child lives in a community that cannot lean into different types of pedagogies, cannot lean into different types of ways to educate students, I absolutely want people to be able to choose to send their kid anywhere they want, whether that's charter, because at one point people was pissed at charter. Now charter's okay because nobody wants this money to go to these private schools, right? So now we'll take charter, but you can't do the voucher because that's taking money away from schools. Well, technically, your proximity to whiteness dictates how good your school is anyway. There's a podcast, Dear White Parents, New York Times, talks about it. The closer you are to whiteness, the better your schools are. The farther away you are, your schools change. Pedagogies change. Experiences change. You don't have that. Now we're getting into AI.
Can you define what's pedagogy?
A pedagogy is a philosophical way to teach. So you have different pedagogies, right? You have the classical education, which is like following the trivium, where they go more off of child development and psychology. You have Montessori. You have Paideia, right? There's all different types of pedagogies. And then within those pedagogies, you have different approaches, how you're teaching a student. So like there was a theory at one point in time that has changed that talked about learning styles. I'm sure all of y'all have learned learning styles, right? I'm visual, I'm this, I'm that. Well, it's not as much of a learning style as much as it is a preferred method. I prefer to get my education in this way. So as a teacher, now teachers are tasked with the enormous responsibility, super underpaid, you have to differentiate, which just means there's 4 of us here, right?
All of us learn different.
All 4 of us learn different. So before, when we was growing up, we had class that certain learners went to. That's what I'm saying, class. We had a certain classroom that certain learners went to that may not either behaviorally or social emotionally, they maybe didn't quote unquote fit into our class.
And the system perverted that.
And the system perverted that. So now what happens is everybody's in the same class because we don't want anybody to miss out. But you got one teacher, right? So before you had a special class, that's what we called it. There was a special class for the special friends. That's what my teacher said. It was literally called special education class. They would come in, they would go to their special education class, and they had differentiated services in that class. In the trailer sometimes. And all the rest of us, I'm putting this in quotes, were in regular class, right? Then you had GATE. GATE was gifted and talented education. So you had, in my mind, 3 tiers. You had the people's special friends who needed a little bit more assistance. You had the normal, average
general population.
You had the normal students. And then you had GATE, gifted and talented. Those were the kids who, at certain parts of the day, they would go to the gifted and talented.
And I heard that was, I may be inaccurately speaking, but those were classes they were trying to funnel to doing stuff for the government and stuff like that.
Those were
or they had extra eyes on them.
They were intellectuals. It reminds me kind of like the X-Men. It's very rare. Right. But you know how you have correct. Students who were the cream of the crop? So I was in some GATE classes. We had to take a special test to get in, to stay in GATE. And then GATE was kind of the young people who were fast tracked. They got, in my opinion, this is where it got unequal, right? Because the amount of African American students of color who were in GATE was low, right? This is where people started to say, oh, there was a fairness factor because I might not be great at taking the GATE test, but I'm brilliant, right? So we have to start, and most of the times in order to get in GATE, you have to take a test. It wasn't like he's really smart, right? And let's figure out, he might not be a great test taker, but he's a brilliant kid. There was none of that. So it was, you test well, you're in GATE. Other than that, you're regular, or you have a special education teacher. And then it changed. They put everybody in the same classroom. You have one teacher, sometimes 30, 35 kids. And this is in middle school. When you have hormones, you have attitudes, you have trauma, all that in one class.
35 kids in
one
class.
Teacher.
It's aggressive.
You have 35 at the top. Most times it could be anywhere from 20, I would say anywhere from 20 to 30. I've seen as little 20. In public schools as 20 to 25. But think about one teacher. When we was growing up, we had a teacher, I had a teacher and like a, she wasn't called a paraprofessional. There were 2 teachers in my classroom. And we got recess all the time. I had 3 recesses growing up. We got breaks. They had nap time in kindergarten, right? They had built-in time for us to regulate. Think about it. Our kids do not get that. Y'all got children? Your kids probably come home overstimulated, stressed. The teachers are stressed.
Well, especially in middle school now.
Especially in middle school. Because it'll be breaks.
She got naps a little bit when she was in elementary school and stuff like that.
They took out all naps. There's no napping in kindergarten. There's no girls in baseball. There's no naps. No naps are gone.
In kindergarten.
There's no crying.
Hold on, y'all.
No crying.
So,
her school did, because Jayla had naps in kindergarten.
But they took them, this is like reset.
But,
because this is 2013 too.
Wow.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Your baby getting older.
God damn, you right.
So no naps. So then think about it. You got 6-year-olds.
I think Jayla stopped naps. They stopped naps when Jayla was probably like 4th grade.
Yeah. And then think about it. A little bit after that, recess goes away. To me, if any grade should have recess, it should be middle school. Middle school students have the most pent up energy. And that's what I think. That's why they end up fighting. They end up talking back. I think they need brain breaks probably more frequently than even little kids because they have so much hormone changes that
you got to adjust to that while
you have
6th through the 8th grade is probably the worst transition.
For sure.
In child development.
I took Jay to the foot doctor today, and we was talking with the doctor, and we was on that same shit today. Me and all the doctor was on that. Jay like, how you doing? You 6th grade? She like, she like, my kids hate it too. It's the worst for everybody.
And it's socially
especially
bad.
when you first get there.
Especially because I tell people, it's like, y'all used to watch Recess. like the cartoon recess. You know how there was a hierarchy at recess, and everybody was trying to figure out who could be the king of the castle, right? Middle school is literally recess personified. Yeah. No matter if it's all girls, all boys, mixed gender, everybody's trying to figure out their place.
And you're coming from, I say all the time, so you used to be the top of the totem pole.
There we go.
In fifth grade, you finally got to the top of the totem pole. Right. But now you the big dog. Like I seen when Jada last year when she was in elementary school, I'm seeing how she walk around the hallways.
Yeah.
She that nigga. Like they them niggas, like they little group, no matter if they're the most popular friend group or not, they walk around like this our school. Yeah. Like
I remember that shit for me, nigga.
For sure.
Going from 5th grade to 6th grade, nigga, it was a goddamn shell shock. You literally go, you gotta think about it, you go, well, at least when in Columbia, you going kids in your neighborhood to, in Columbia, at that point in time, it was a middle school, wasn't it? It was a new elementary school, but we only had 2 middle schools. So we had probably 8, 9 elementary schools to now everybody going to 2 different middle schools. So I'm going to school with kids I ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
So,
and then it's already 7th and 8th graders there.
Yeah.
So, and it's 8th graders. 8th graders, like,
they look so good. They monstrous. And,
right.
yeah.
I remember I was in the school. This first time I seen a nigga with a goatee, and he was in the 6th grade. This nigga had a goatee.
He said, "You got."
Oh yeah, I definitely was in school with niggas with face.
So I understand, cause bro, it's really like she said, recess, high man on the totem pole, no matter what you doing.
For sure.
And I mean cause that's what it. And it's kind of like that's what the elementary school, 4th, 5th grade is kind of like the stepping stone to all that. You get your friend group, and especially if y'all, it probably ain't like that nowadays because everybody ain't going to the same school because it was more about zoning, like she said, it's free for all.
It's different there for them than it was for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I said because
we went from
neighborhood schools.
Also, you went through kindergarten through 4th. Was it 5th or 5th?
No, we were K through 4. Metro was K through 4.
K through 4.
And then middle school started 5th grade.
Oh yeah, our school was all for them. They just started that.
Yeah, that's called junior high.
So y'all was the junior high.
We didn't have a junior high.
No, I'm saying technically junior high is 5th if you go through 5th through 9th or 5th through 8th. That's actually junior. That's why the difference between middle school and junior high.
So middle school, you're saying is 7th to 8th.
Yeah. Middle school is
junior high would be 7th.
No, middle school would be 6th through 8th. Junior high is 5th through 8th.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? It's that extra
the name.
It's just it's like a technicality. I'm not saying, but I'm saying that's technically.
Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all's years is.
I went to Tom Joy Elementary School.
Yeah.
From kindergarten to 4th. Look, before that though. It was kindergarten through 6.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They changed it. My 3rd grade or 4th grade year, one of them year, they changed it right before. And they changed middle schools. And all middle school, I went to Jerry Baxter.
Yep.
It was 5th through 8th.
5th through 8th.
Why?
5th through 8th.
5th through 8th. 5th through 8th.
5th through 8th.
Yep. Brick Church.
And then I went to high school. I went to Puerto, 9th through 12th. But really, middle school for us, you was the little nigga.
Yeah. It was,
5th grade?
It was gruesome.
It was.
Oh, it was graphic, for sure.
And I worked in MMPS when there was a whole movement to shift it back, right? Mm-hmm. And to give context, so...
And for No Child Behind. Yes. So we had a nigga that was 16.
Yeah.
In 8th grade.
We had 3 niggas.
We had 3 niggas. We had 3 niggas. I remember specifically 3 niggas that was because it didn't pass to 2002. I just looked it up. No Child Left Behind.
Yeah.
It passed 2002.
Yep.
So I was in the past. I got to 7th grade.
Yeah.
So when I was in 5th and 6th, and that them niggas slowly, couple of them finally grade. But one nigga I remember. Sorry if I don't know who he is in life. I'm gonna named Big Mitchell, because Big Mitchell's in the 8th grade, supposed to be in the 10th grade.
Mm.
You feel what I mean? And
got stuck.
And got stuck. And he couldn't pass like one class. I think it wasn't even all the class. He couldn't pass one class, and they could. You gotta just keep staying in school.
But see, you go from getting stuck because of one, so we gonna pass you off, and sometimes you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
So like the legislation now.
Yeah, it was supposed to be built for niggas like him.
Yeah.
Who couldn't get past maybe one subject and needed a tutor for one thing, and he could do everything else. And it started being for all them other dumbass niggas who didn't know nothing.
Or it just started being for everybody, right? So now it's a blanket. So now I can't fail you as a teacher. I cannot give you F. We got zeros if we ain't do something.
Big zeros.
You can now, I think, and even they've changed the grading scale, y'all.
Oh yeah, I know.
I did tell somebody this. I said, hey, when we was
I told you.
Break it down.
I thought this was
Shit, I mean,
Yeah.
You may have mentioned.
I think
no, bro.
I think you
I've
may
been
have
hearing this
mentioned.
shit for like
You
last.
did mention it.
Bro, I've been hearing this
Can
shit.
you give me that grading scale?
Yep.
I've been hearing this shit for bro.
This is making
The
so much.
breakdown now is you get 10 points for each grade pretty much.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not, you know how you see
It's 100. It's 100 through 90 is an A. It's a
Yeah, 190.
It's 89 through 80 is a B.
Yes.
So yeah, 79 through 70 is a C. 69 to 60 is a D. And then you fail.
and you don't fail.
But-
So
but
that's
you
the
don't
key.
fail.
The key is you cannot fail. So I have friends who've worked in schools that said even if the student turned in nothing, it takes an act of Congress almost to fail a student. Period. And that's not including students. So students who are on IEPs or 504s automatically, that you cannot fail them. Automatically.
Correct.
Right? Now we're taking everybody else who's not on the IEP or 504. You can't fail them either. It takes an act of Congress. You literally, you have to do a meeting. They ask you, have you done everything you could? Literally. So when you're,
Everything you said.
literally, they've changed the grading scale. So, and the reason I say that is because,
our shit was 100 to 93.
man,
92
92
to 85.
to 85.
Yeah.
84 to
84.
77. 76. 76.
And then 75 to 70.
75 to 70.
was a D.
And also they
Anything
changed.
under-
Also they changed because for a long time it was 77 for me. I remember being 77.
77.
It was 76.
No, it was 77.
Down was a
No,
77.
It might have been a 77.
76 and 70 was yeah.
They've changed the grading scale. A lot of students that there was a teacher on Facebook.
This makes so
that
much
did-
sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Because even
Why?
think
Why?
about-
Even because now the music makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense on how kids consume.
Why
music.
it registers to them.
Yeah, you
It
be
makes-
they say used to be a previous 7-point scale were seen, and this is for
7
Tennessee.
points, yeah, 7
This is
points,
for Tennessee. Reason I said key of detail grading scale is a 10-point number scale now. Prime impact 9 through 12 to match many college systems. Previous 7-point scales were seen as an academic disadvantage for Tennessee students applying to out-of-state colleges and scholarships. Increasing eligibility for state. The goal is increase eligibility for state scholarships like Tennessee Hope Scholarship. What y'all really saying though is y'all school was dumb. We was dumber here still, and so when we went to outside school, we couldn't get out. We couldn't get them. Same scholarship.
No. What they saying is that it was hindering us. The fact that you had, because you gotta understand, once you get to high school, it ain't about what, like, if you got an 89, it's about if you got a B. So you gotta understand. So if you going in, if you got a 75, you got a D. But they ain't looking. They looking at this D on their scale, which means you got a 69 through a 60.
Two things could be true though.
You know what I'm saying?
And this,
So
that's nuance. It's nuance.
Depending on what
Nuance for sure. Because both of y'all are right.
Depending
I'm saying
on
it.
the state.
Both of y'all are right.
The reason I'm saying that, folks, because even we was on a 7-point scale, the schooling we got here was behind compared to other places.
Mm-hmm.
I know that going to college, I always went to college.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and you grew up in Ohio, but I know being from Nashville and going to school, with motherfuckers that was from Ohio, from
Very
Detroit.
I know the difference from going to Columbia to the motherfucker I know from Nashville. That's a big motherfucking difference.
Absolutely.
Them niggas,
It's a big difference, for real.
what their base was some of our advanced shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Very
what we took
Very true.
what we took for certain honors class, they niggas had for honors classes.
It's just normal
It's
class.
just normal classes
Absolutely.
in other states.
Mm-hmm.
So even the teaching requirements
Yeah.
for you to pass here were way below
Right.
other states.
Yeah.
And I think it's a southern thing. I don't think
It
it's
is.
a Tennessee
It's
thing.
not.
I think in Mississippi it's the same way. I think Alabama the
Mississippi's
same.
lower.
Alabama the same way. I think
Mississippi's
in
lower.
Arkansas it's the same way. Georgia's the same
It's a
way.
red state thing. Bro.
It
It ain't nothing.
Well, it's a Bible Belt thing.
It's
right?
a Bible Belt thing.
Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
looking at
Okay.
schools who at one point in time were a part of the Confederacy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're educating a group of young people specifically African American young people, think separate but equal because, to be clear, Nashville was mandated in the 70s to desegregate. They did not desegregate for a very long time after the. Think about it. 1954, Brown v. Board said, no more separate but equal. We have to desegregate. That's 54. Nashville did not desegregate until the 70s.
And you know how I know? Because my mom was born in 56. She didn't desegregate. She didn't start going to, I think, white school until she was in high school.
Yeah, the 70s. And that was few and far between. That's why when you look at...
And she's from a small county, and it took them way long.
Yeah.
Them certain counties and shit.
Well, when you look at Nashville, Ezo Harding, people hate it. Guess why Ezo Harding was opened up as a Christian school? Because they didn't want their kids to go to the desegregated school, so they opened up a private school. A lot of these very schools, I told somebody the other day, Mr. Ezo was probably turning his grave because he got so many black kids at that school. Black administrators are doing a great job. But it took Nashville and many southern states, fun fact, 2016, a school in Mississippi finally desegregated. 2016, y'all. 1954, 2016. Why did they do it? The federal government had to force them to desegregate because what they were saying was, oh, well, it's how we're zoned, but they can go anywhere. So they had two options, like you said. They had elementary schools that were separate, middle schools that were separate, high schools that were separate. And their thing was like, oh, well, we don't have enough room, and da-da-da-da. They was like, nope, this is what we gonna do. They closed them. The federal government had to make that city close their middle school and high school and open one. It was like Central High School because they had an East and West. They went from East and West to Central, and all of the people. That was in 2016 in Mississippi.
I know so many fights broke out that year.
Man.
I know so much shit.
So think about it. Like,
parents too. I ain't about to kids.
Because I remember coming here and being like, oh, y'all didn't learn that? Y'all didn't read that book? Oh, we been read that book. Like, and I was looking at my friends like, no, girl, we ain't read that.
When did you read 1984?
I read 1984 in 8th grade, 8th or 9th grade.
Senior year. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by education always been lower. Senior year in my economics class, shout out to my boy, he from Chicago.
Oh, well,
our teacher came from Chicago. And he made us read 1985. Love that man to Mr. Caffrey. That's my boy. He was a bald-headed white dude who was married to a black woman. That man was like, that was my boy because he wasn't scared of us. Because he came from a certain city.
Yeah.
And he made us go the hardest class I ever took in my life. And I got a B, and I earned that motherfucking B. And I was happy about that fucking shit. Because I knew how hard he was teaching us.
Yeah.
Like, we went to jury, like, the mock jury stuff to learn about economics and stuff like that. They weren't doing, he put money in his own pocket to go do that type shit. We didn't get, and I went to one of the worst schools in Nashville, was Puerto. I went to Puerto. I went to that type of school. You know what I mean? So for us to have that type of thing, when I went to college, I saw how behind we were in this collective. The reason I was probably even good because I like to learn on my own core. But in the school, sports, my nigga, you playing football, basketball, nigga. Senator,
I see the same thing just from like my homies that I knew early on. Like I always like had roots in Nashville, so like I had people who lived up here. So I used to always come up here during the summertime, and I always seen the disconnect of just like really more so like a behavior thing. Like because I'm from the hood, you know what I'm saying, from the whatever you want to call it, practice, whatever. But it's like. It's especially back then, it was a whole different field coming in.
What'd you say? It's a different type of project.
No cap. Like, my auntie stayed in government housing, but it wasn't inside, like, it's right outside the project. Like, pretty much the projects over here, she lived a block down, and then in a single housing type thing. Nigga, I remember, like, just being there, but it's like the same thing in Columbia, but it's a whole different field. Like, I literally remember coming to Nashville, I'd be like, bro, when we came from, she moved from Antioch to the city, I was like, bro, this is a whole different field.
What you said? This is different.
No, she moved from the city to Antioch, but I was like, when she lived in the city, I was like, bro, this is a whole different field.
For sure it is.
Yeah.
But it's designed. So when we look at our kids, right, they are not learning things that we are taking basically, and that's why I tell parents, just go to the school. Because parents are so flabbergasted. That's why COVID was interesting.
I would be flabbergasted. Yeah. I'm now learning how far removed I am.
It's different
from what
everybody
these kids are.
And you be around kids sometimes.
Yeah,
and
that's the crazy part.
But it's sporadic. It's in spurts, like on a day-to-day basis. And I learned this. I'm telling you, when I learned this shit when I was doing that Vino program in Puerto, and I was learning how removed, because our objective we had the program was, okay, what do you want to do in life? Everybody might not want to go to college. What do you want to do? And then we gave them the steps and the tools, like what you wanted to do, the realistic tool of what you want to do. So like, you want to be a hairdresser, okay, this is what you want to do to really be a successful hairdresser and get money. In today's society, you have to be good at social media. Like we'll teach them all that type of stuff. But how they didn't know just basic things that we took for granted, of just like you said, how to research.
Do kids write in cursive anymore?
Oh,
No,
absolutely not.
It's not required.
No, that's why.
And they did that school.
No.
They did that schools when
Absolutely not.
they did that schools when our little cousins was in school. They took that out, bro. When our little cousins in school. Like
They don't do handwriting at all.
No grammar. No.
So like, if I showed you, I joke all the time. I have students who write in their own font. So like, seriously.
No, that's-
So I have students who.
I had to sit down and teach.
Uppercase, lowercase, uppercase.
I taught. We sat down Jayla to teach. I sat Jayla down and taught Jayla how to write.
No, we need more. No, G. We what? No handwriting.
There's no handwriting. So what they do is they learn the letters.
Where are they writing at?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what you're.
No, you're right though. But you're
Things
100% right.
that we feel are essential.
Yeah.
Things that you need to learn.
They're not essential.
They're not essential to
But it's
them.
weird too, though, because
But also it is.
they don't teach typing, but everybody gets a Chromebook. And you're getting a Chromebook as young as like first grade, right?
Yeah.
So let's be clear. Like,
They don't need to know how to. They don't have typewriting class because it comes so secondary to them now. They just start typing.
yeah, many of them already, like, the beautiful thing
They're
about
advanced
this
in those
generation,
things way more.
they're coming in with a certain set of skills that we had to learn. However, I think the issue is, and even neurology will show that handwriting, it creates the grooves
Memory.
in your brain, right?
Yes.
It's about the function, and your brain has to think, move like this, move like this. Typing doesn't take that much, right? Typing, you think about what you type it. But when we wrote it out, that's our brain. We have to formulate a thought. Then we have to think if we're spelling it right. So, like, they don't teach spelling in school anymore.
Yeah.
They don't teach spelling.
No.
Grammar, bro. They're not teaching.
They stopped that shit around like 20, like right COVID, right COVID, when COVID happened, bro.
Well,
We was before COVID, I think, though.
and see, it was. But see, you have to, there are caveats to
Because
this.
Jayla got, cause I know, like, I'm thinking about when Jayla was in school, when she first started school.
When you first started, they probably were. You said 2000.
She was born in 2013.
So
So
my oldest was born in 2008. She still learned it. No Child Left Behind was in 2002, the first wave of it. And remember, when it first was introduced, it came in waves, right? It didn't come just sweeping like it is. It started slowly. And that's what I remember. I was getting my master's. I have my master's in education. And it was talking about how when standardized tests came, it was like leaving the door cracked. This is what my professor said. It was like leaving the door cracked for someone to peep through, right? That was her analogy of standardized tests. Then somebody pushed the door open a little bit more. Then somebody pushed the door open a little bit more. And so as teachers, one thing is like, okay, we'll give them that test. Okay, we'll do this. But remember, when we were growing up, our teachers made their own curriculum.
They did.
They knew what we needed. They created a curriculum and gave it to us based on what they knew we needed. We trusted the teacher to do the thing that she went to school to do. Many teachers today, and this is a fact, many teachers today do not know how to write curriculum. I know how to write curriculum. Many teachers today do not. Many teachers today, and even if they wrote it, they're not. All schools.
They're basing it off.
Public schools. Let's be clear.
Yeah, we're talking about public schools a lot.
Need to draw our line in the sand.
A lot of us we're talking about public schools.
All this stuff that we're talking about, private schools still teach handwriting. Private schools, many of them still have a 7-point grading scale, even in the South. Private schools have opportunities, and other schools, other choice, right? They're giving our girls typing and coding and all this kind of stuff.
They're still learning English.
They're still learning spelling. So my daughter, fourth grade, you say this. So my daughter was in fourth grade at Jones Medea. Fifth grade, I'm from Ohio. So in my mind, when they said fifth grade was in middle school, I said, the hell you say? Fifth grade is not middle school. Fifth grade is elementary. So it's sixth grade. I'm not about to have my little fresh fifth grader up in there with no eighth grade. You got to be out your mind. So I was like, I got to find what at the time what I thought was the best. My daughter gets into Harpeth Hall. one of the best, I believe, to this day, all girls schools, minus the social aspect of it.
Correct.
She gets into Harvard Hall on a full scholarship. Baby, this mom only had to pay $50 a month. So my daughter goes from, and I remember when she went on the tour, she goes on the tour at Harvard Hall. And when I take her, she's excited. She comes back in the car. I'm like, what'd you love about it? She said, they trusted us. 4th grade. I said, what do you mean they trust you? All the girls have key cards. There's no cameras. 4th grade, y'all. The stuff that my child picked out had nothing to do with the education. She said they could talk in the library. She was like, I like it because they trusted their students. Well, what does that mean, Janelle? That everybody had a key card and they could scan in and out when they were going from building to building. They're allowed to talk in the library. When I went into class, they had a lab and all this kind of, I mean, she's just explaining everything. They didn't have cameras. They trusted their kids. They don't have cameras everywhere. Now, mind you, they do, but they're hidden, right? Hidden in plain sight. Then she was like, and the lunch. I said, well, what was the lunch? Well, today they had salmon and couscous.
Excuse me?
They have spa water. Well, what is spa water? Well, the girls can have their own, I guess, they not this before Stanley's. They had their own little cup and they had spa water. So every day, the cafeteria staff made spa water that had fresh cucumber and lemon and oranges in it. And the girls could fill it up whenever they wanted. The biggest problem when Janelle went there after COVID, because mind you, also during COVID, private schools were back in week 3. Okay, let's be clear. They weren't out 2 years. Private schools opened up. They put them tents up. They had all the PPE and everything they needed. You could choose to be virtual. But my daughter in the 5th grade had a Chromebook. This is before they was giving Chromebooks out to everybody, remember? Because during COVID, if you had a child during COVID, it was like, what do we do with all these kids who are at home who don't have technology? Okay, we have to deploy Chromebooks. So I worked at M&PS. So we literally were dropping off Chromebooks. Parents were denying them because at that time you had to pay for them. Like, you got to sign this waiver that says if your kid breaks it, you got to pay. So there was a whole bunch of parents who was like, well, y'all might as well keep that Chromebook. Give me a packet, right? Then the next year they built it in. Janelle, 5th grade, Harpeth Hall, she had a computer since 5th grade. Well, COVID came for her in about 7th grade. My daughter knew how to type an email, do a Teams call, make a PowerPoint. This is 5th grade. She knew how to do all this stuff because they trained her to do that. Because when we went to orientation, they said, and I quote, we are raising women to be in the boardroom. So our girls will know all the things. And she did. So when COVID happened and they couldn't have the panini press anymore, baby, that was a big issue. Because they were making their own paninis. In comparison to the lunches that my girls from my program were having, didn't look nothing like a panini, a salmon, or a couscous.
No, of course not.
Didn't look nothing like it. So when we talk about how this is changing, what I see is Harpeth Hall before Janelle left, and I homeschooled her the remainder of the time. Shout out to Janelle. She graduates this year. She's got accepted to every college she's applied to.
Let's go.
Come on now. Come on now.
I homeschooled that one real quick but I've homeschooled mine. What I noticed, they have a 3D lab. They have a 3D printer. They have a coding class. They have robotics. They have all these things that are embedded into the school day because they're a private school. They can do these things. They also don't have to take standardized tests.
I am floored. Like, throughout this entire conversation, like, I did not realize how far removed from the school system I am. Because I don't have children.
It's pretty scary.
Bro, that's legitimately why people work so hard to put their kids through like private school.
Absolutely.
Like, because it's a big difference.
Absolutely.
America is falling.
That's why I homeschooled. You are seeing a clear divide between the haves and the have-nots. People who can afford private school.
Yep.
People who can afford to change, and I don't even want to say afford because you can homeschool for free. Who can adjust their lives in such a way to say, I'm going to sacrifice my time to make sure I'm teaching them what they need. That is the cream of the crop. Like, if I could tell you that my daughter, she has applied to scholarships. This is Janelle. I've homeschooled her since she was in the 8th grade. She's applied to her own scholarships. She set up her own college visits. At TSU, she's taking biotechnology. She's already contacted the staff in the agriculture department. Admissions counselors love homeschooled kids. Admissions counselors love kids coming from elite private schools because they know how to, they are responsible. right? That doesn't mean they don't love public, but you see the difference in a student.
100%.
My daughter can write an essay, cite sources, can tell you where she gets it from, and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other side of that is the mom over here who is now a teacher, and I'm having to teach girls. Now you do know you got to cite that source, or I have to tell one of my students. Now I know you used Chat GPT. I know you used it, right? Well, what do you mean? I said, baby, you don't talk like this in real life. For you to use a dash and a semicolon lets me know everything I need to know.
Exactly.
I don't care if you handwrote it or not. I don't even hardly use semicolons, but I know the rule to use them, right? The fact that I know I know that you don't know.
Don't know the rules.
Right?
And you using it.
And you using it.
And you writing the
So correctly.
So correctly. You go from speaking improper grammar or improper English, and it's not like you shooting a breeze. This is like how we talk. And then you turn in a 5-page or 5-paragraph essay with no spelling mistakes.
Come on, man.
It's common sense. Miss D don't gotta run nothing through no AI checker.
No.
This my AI checker, because I know.
So when you see the dash and the semicolon, that's enough.
No. It's the dash. It's the dash. The semicolon, you might have got that right.
Right. But
you put a dash in there too.
No.
So you wrote dashing, how they wrote, like, look, you wrote dash and put you put the dash, I-N-G, come on.
Yeah, come on.
To separate the line on the, come on, you don't do that. You don't do that.
No.
But it's very telling. I think that AI is a blessing and a curse. I think what we see is a lot of countries now backpedaling, right? Australia was first. Australia, about, I don't know, maybe at the top of the year, banned social media. This is where it starts, right? They banned social media for everybody 16 and under. So if you're not 16 in Australia, you cannot, it is locked down. You cannot get on social media.
I love that law.
There are schools now around the country, our country included, who are starting to get those yonder bags. The ones from like the comedy shows.
Hillsborough do it already.
So they have
Hillsborough went viral doing it.
Yonder bags, they have to put the yonder bag in there for class. Then they can get it back out at certain times. So I think somebody finally started listening and said, now wait a minute. Because I think what you dropped in our chat, for the first time ever, the generation under us does not have more advanced IQs than us. This has never happened.
Every generation, we're smarter than our parents. Our parents are smarter than their parents. You know what I mean? It's how it's supposed to be.
Evolution.
Because you're supposed to evolve. We're devolving.
Yeah, there is no. So the Gen Z, that's what they're saying. Gen Z, which is under us, because we're the millennials, they are not. That is the first generation in history that is not smarter than the generation before them.
Between all the goddamn steroids they putting in this food and then the school system.
Yo.
And then you got to understand the phone and then social economy times have changed. Now if you live in a single parent home, that parent got to work 2 jobs. So now, so now they saying FaceTime with like, meaning like actual time and face with your parents and their kids down to like less than 30 minutes a day.
That's why do you think parents so mad? COVID, people was hot.
Yeah, like
we never had to be at home.
And I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, what? Why is people? But it's because people literally don't see their kids no more.
That was my favorite.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
not the COVID part.
Not the COVID part, but just like man, they were kicking so much.
Because that was the first time I think Black people got a taste. During that time was when my homeschool business took off. I think it was the first time Black people got a taste of like, oh wait, I really can teach my child. That was the first time. So I coached so many families.
Had so much conversation.
Oh my gosh, you learned so much.
That's when we were doing the walk together, the park together. We was having conversation. I was reading stuff too, like teaching the word. Like,
absolutely.
We had the time. I wasn't doing shit.
Ain't nobody else. We shut down.
I do that. I put to sleep, then I get on live.
Yeah.
Or get on YouTube with some shit like that, watch wrestling or some shit like that when she go to sleep. But during the day, we doing shit together.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That was some of the best time for like to spend time with my kid.
But now think about it, right? So they were in COVID 2 years. They got out of COVID. Most kids went back. So like the kids I have right now, they were COVID 2020 is 2026. So they're in what? 8th grade. What's that? So they were in what? 2nd grade? Now, mind you, they lost 2 years. Right? I need everybody to figure out the development of this. So in your vital years, you were not in school. not in front of a teacher. And if your parent didn't have the wits about them to figure out what you was doing, they was sitting you in front of that computer and they was living their life, right? So our kids really lost 2 years academically, socially, and emotionally. So when I go back into a classroom now, so what, 6 years ago, so
Everybody
I'm going
playing catch up.
everybody's in every area.
Like
so
the teachers,
I'm looking at you
everything.
in 7th grade, but you're not really a 7th
You're a
grader.
fifth
Mentally,
grader.
you're a 4th grader.
Yeah.
Because you left school in 4th grade. But you come back and now you're supposed to be in 7th grade and know what to do and know how to manage your emotions around people that you haven't been around for 2 years.
That is
the difference.
That was so much in perspective.
On top, you can't spell.
Oh, but you're not going to. Why? Because when do we build foundational spelling skills in elementary school, early elementary school? But you were online. You were on you were on Chromebooks.
This is wow.
Yeah, my little girl's school was closed, I think, for a year. They didn't close for 2 years for hers. They closed for a year, and then we did like the
packets or whatever.
No, they would go to school. They would go to school where they did like this.
Oh, the spacing.
The spaces type stuff.
Yeah.
No,
but think about it.
And it was like it was 2nd grade because she went in there when she was 7.
Yeah.
7 is
that big one with COVID.
Listen, but what's crazy is again, you have machines that stopped and you have machines that didn't. So all throughout COVID, my daughter at Harpeth Hall is on Teams. They never stopped. Never stopped school. Harpeth Hall didn't stop. NBA didn't stop. St. Cecilia didn't stop. All those private schools that had the money to get the tents and the PPE and the spacing and the sanitation stations and the whole 9 yards, they did not stop. Those girls' education, those boys' education, the homeschoolers' education, we didn't stop.
The niggas in NBA, the boys in NBA, the girls.
Nobody stopped.
Harvard Hall.
Who had, right? Whose parents could sacrifice or figure it out or make a way. We continued education. Our hardest thing was sharing space with everybody else because homeschoolers, we stopped school specifically when everybody else is out of school because we don't want to share space, library space, park space, museum space. So we stop. Then as soon as everybody else goes back to school, the fun adage in the homeschool community is, okay, y'all, we can come outside again because everybody takes up all the space. In COVID was the one time that people had an opportunity really to get ahead educationally, but we did not. Many communities suffered. Many of us, we realized the digital divide, right? Many of our families didn't have internet. So at MMPS, we had to give people hotspots. Many of them didn't have computers. Many of them didn't have even safe environments to do those things. So at one point I worked at Magruder and we had like a T-Mobile like hotspot truck thingy outside of Magruder. And they could come to Magruder, use the computer lab to do whatever they needed to do. And this was around the time like you're starting to see the difference. And then we get AI.
I mean, I think niggas got to understand, like, I think people, the luxury that a lot of us have, that's how poor people really is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dead ass. All I'm hearing you saying is how poor people are.
For sure.
All you saying is how fucked up. Niggas couldn't focus on paying their bills.
Yeah.
The rent was still due and niggas couldn't go to work. Your kid is going to suffer.
Absolutely.
That's not even your fault completely. And I want niggas to be
and the crazy part is niggas didn't even know that they had to pay their rent during COVID. That was the craziest part. They gave everybody a year's worth of grace, but no niggas didn't know that because niggas was worried about this $2,000 that Trump was giving.
But no, it ain't even that though. Landlords weren't telling people that.
Sure.
But you gotta say that ain't something that your landlord gonna tell you because that don't benefit
that's the
landlord.
problem. But that's the problem about society. I
know.
That don't benefit that, but that's the problem that it shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with people.
The landlord should have said, "Hey, you don't worry about paying us. The government
gonna pay us. They gonna pay
for a whole year.
Worry about it. The government gonna pay, but they weren't telling low income people that are paying. They're not telling people who are struggling to pay these rents that information.
Yeah.
And they don't have the technology to even go and see what's really going on outside in a real way.
Most people didn't find out till later after they had already struggled to pay.
I'm telling you, niggas. I know plenty of niggas who was paying their rent because they didn't know they didn't have to for like 5 months with no jobs. trying to get unemployment and shit like that. Niggas was fucked up.
I remember, nigga, I was doing that shit for like the first 3 months.
My first 3 months in my apartment, when I was in my
Bro,
apartment,
I was working hard as hell. I had just moved into a crib, a brand new house. I was like, bro, they was like, yeah, dude. I remember seeing that shit. I was like, what? And I was like, I knew they would go tell me, like you said, I knew, but I'm like, I remember seeing this, vividly seeing this shit and reading the article. I was like, bro, thank you, God, because I'm like, nigga ain't gonna get another penny out of me.
No. What'd you say? Can I not pay my rent?
Man.
Nashville got hit harder. You know this. Why? Because right before COVID hit us, the tornado hit us.
Yeah.
We had to work.
Oh my!
So
we had to
2019 was a hell of a year. Yeah.
Pride first started. Pride first started, bro. Let's doing a relief album for the tornado.
Yeah.
And then a week later, COVID hit, and we had to get in the studio.
How quick the turnaround was. The tornado happened March 3rd, 2020. It was my daughter's birthday.
Yeah, midnight. Yeah.
It was my daughter's birthday.
I remember it happened.
So it happened.
Yep.
And we wake up. We live in Bellevue. We get a call from the kids at the time, and they're like, Destiny, because I worked at MPS. We got to set up a station, like a tornado hit, So I called Jahari at the Northwest YMCA. I will never forget this. Called Jahari and said, hey Jahari, I'm about to come up there. We about to set up a thing. So the Northwest Y for one night was an overnight place. We set up a whole pantry full of stuff. Then we moved it to Magruder because Magruder said, we'll stay open longer. We can do all this. And the Y was like, we can't do it. So we moved our whole base of operations to Magruder. Magruder literally ran as a tornado relief space for a while. FEMA came to Magruder. I was working with Alicia at the time. I was working with MNPS. Then we hooked up with the Nation of Islam, which at the time was right around the corner on Buchanan, to open up later because Magruder had to close at a certain time. And then they opened up the Nation of Islam where they would bring food and people could come through with supplies and stuff like that. It literally happened like that within a week. We're at Magruder. Will Acuff, shout out to Will Acuff, Corner to Corner, comes to me and is like, I'm about to start having these people make these masks. And I'm like, masks for what? And he was like, I'm going to have them upstairs sewing these masks. We're going to need these masks. Supposedly there's an epidemic coming. And I was like, an epidemic? I said, baby, I ain't got time for no epidemic. We trying to feed these kids. It was real. No one could have imagined the severity of COVID. But I was like, well, okay, go ahead, go upstairs to the little whatever. Make it.
Bro,
Because Mika was already going on because we saw the shit about, they said it was a disease going on in Asia or China.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
And that was in like 2019. That was like, because I remember the last party I got it on my phone. Last party I went to before, it was a set with Delisha had at the Asian restaurant. It was November of 2019. I got it on my phone to this day. Yeah. By January.
Yeah.
That shit was spread.
Cases started hitting the United States. Yeah.
But we thought they said that shit came on the boat. But we thought cut down on the flight.
But we thought, because we from the South. And this is what being from the South is the ignorant. That's gonna be that easy. That shit it's gonna hit that. But they gonna fix.
And then they was like, black people can't even get it.
Niggas they gonna figure it out for anything hit, and then
niggas said about black people can't get it.
I've been hearing all that shit. All the
we can't get it because the melanin.
All that shit. Because for a minute, all you was hearing was white folks getting sick about it.
Now that is very true.
For a second, all they was reporting white folks getting sick.
It started in Asia.
But I'm talking over here. But
that's what I
heard. The white folks just say like it can't.
Yeah. No, the first person I heard being sick was Rudy Gobert. That's why I said I remember this shit vividly. Watching the
first one I heard though. I remember who got sick though.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. What I remember like the real like spread of it happened because I remember I was at I was doing a state tournament. I remember the state tournament always happened. And it was the girls played first. And we was gonna do the girls' first game. I remember I was up there, and it was that first morning, nigga, and they was like, "Shit, this shit canceled." I'm like, "What's canceled?" They were like, "It's the epidemic coming." I swear, I remember that shit. They was like, it's back then they was calling. It was like COVID-19, and I was like, COVID-19. They was like, nigga, they was like, it's a sickness going around or something like airborne. I'm like, oh shit. And then I remember they had arguing with my cousin about this because she's like, everybody need to get a mask. I said, if this shit is airborne, ain't no surgical mask finna do nothing for you. I said I was in the military. When something is airborne, they give you a face mask. First off, that covers your whole entire face. It's sealed. And you have a respirator on it.
Not the shield.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, it don't. But I was like, they don't even make.
We gone anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, I'm like, y'all so ignorant.
Remember they had took all the stuff out of the grocery store? Y'all remember that?
Man,
everything was gone.
Everything.
I still don't understand understand the 6 foot distance thing. I still don't understand me standing 6 feet away from somebody like being
because
a
it's
solution.
supposed to be, I don't know, transmission.
It's airborne.
Airborne.
It doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't matter because if
It
I don't
doesn't
care
make
if I
sense.
breathe behind you, it gotta go in front of you, don't it?
All this air in this room is circulating.
You're like, no, he's gonna skip him because
he's
6 feet away and his back is turned.
If anything, they should have been like, niggas go buy humidifiers. Niggas go buy humidifiers. Instead, they was like, niggas go buy masks. Like, come on, dumbass niggas.
Hey, we just talked about the school system.
You are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all set up like this. But it's all set up like this because, like, you literally under the thumb, bro. Like, whatever we say, go. Oh, look, we got some fake snow coming. Here go y'all some fake snow, and we gonna turn it to ice.
Fake snow.
And now it's 65 degrees. Come on, bro. It don't make sense, bro. Like, I done seen the video, nigga say, yo, hey, I work at the plant where we create clouds.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that's been interesting. HARP, and that was HAARP. Aren't they the ones that like they mess with manipulate the weather? Yeah, yeah. Now I have heard of them. Very interesting.
That's how you can predict the ice storm 2 weeks before it happened.
But all that goes to explain about what's going on.
Y'all, these kids don't know how to write lowercase letters underneath the line.
No, bro, they don't know what the red lines on the paper for.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, the margin line.
Bro,
it's not required.
It's not.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
They don't have. Bro,
where are they writing?
Bro, my daughter started school this year. We didn't have to buy no paper. No school supply.
That's funny because I had my students buy it, and
we still got to pay by paper.
I had to
our teacher.
So, like, I had a student that was writing on the top line. So, back in the day, they taught us how to set up our paper. There was a paper setup.
Mm-hmm.
Top line, topic. Top right corner, name, first and last name, date, whatever. So, I had to teach my students that this year because, and I think for me, at first I was like, I feel like it's antiquated. And then I'm like, no. There's a discipline to it, right? It's not necessarily about she's doing it just for busy work. There's a discipline to it. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, I have my students free write. I will never forget one of my 6th graders, one of my babies. She stopped in mid-write and her hand was shaking, right? And she was like, Miss D, I've never wrote this much in my life. She was like, my hand is shaking. And I said, it's okay, baby. It's a muscle. And you're going to have to strengthen it. And you'll strengthen it in my class. And she said, okay. And so we had them, I had them take breaks. They literally, because we would free write. And I would put 10 minutes on the clock. But now, my girls, I don't play no games. My girls now, 10 minutes. They flying through. It's a muscle. Kids are resilient, but we have to put them in environments where we can press them. Absolutely.
You gotta put them on that cooker. That's how diamonds come out. But if you wait, if you waited today, if you wait until you 20, a 23-year-old adult,
yeah,
they're gonna break. Because now they've never had nothing to push them and make them and to push back. Yeah. Never been there. They never had to be resilient. Now they 25. You see, why some of these motherfuckers 25. You see these kids. I say kids now, but they 19 years old.
Yeah.
You born in 2004.
And that's why
2010 or shit like that.
If I can get all my answers from ChatGPT, because see, what we don't think about is ChatGPT is open source, right? So that just means that the way that they wrote ChatGPT is made to be conversational. Versus a Claude or a Gemini, which is a very different coding language. You can tell even how the responses come out from Gemini or Claude, but ChatGPT is like a friend, right? Mm-hmm. I know people who ask ChatGPT like real life social emotional therapy questions because ChatGPT is like, girl, do this. Like it'll speak to you.
Especially about the one you buy.
Right.
The one you buy.
Right. Yeah. The one that you pay for because it's altering.
It's learning.
To understand you, right? It's generative. So every time you do something, okay, I'm recording this. Let me put that in my memory. So the scary part about that is
especially kids.
It's kids, right?
Because adults, when I use ChatGPT, I'm literally asking a question.
There we go.
I'm literally asking for an outline of something.
Yep.
I'm asking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's for skills.
It's work. It's work shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I need a marketing plan for this. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. No. Give me an outline for this. Boom, boom. They're asking actual.
What is
this boy in my school? They all ask like questions like this boy in my school did this. What does that mean?
Yeah. What do I mean? What does it mean? My daughter tried to finesse one day and used it for her math. half the math questions was wrong. Number one. Number two, she got to the test. This is how I knew. And I just laughed. I said, you think that's going to work? See, because I'm that type of mom now. I'm like, okay, try it out and see what happens. So she used it, got to the test, didn't know a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, so what do you think you learned from using ChatGPT on the math test? Well, it didn't give me all the answers. I said, we probably don't need to use ChatGPT on the math test. There's some stuff that is just, but hard head makes us off behind,
Correct.
right? But at this point, we have a generation of people that will not be smarter than us. They will be the next business owners, bosses.
Oh, about the cuss.
No. Fuck all that. Doctors.
Yeah, we're doomed.
Lawyers.
It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily
Doctors.
we not doomed because the number of percentage of people that's doing them jobs is going up also, but the number of dumbasses is going up also. So it's just like the population altogether is increasing. So we're still increasing in all numbers, but this number just increasing a lot more because there's a lot more people that's generating in this field.
And also somebody told me I mean cut you off. If you are proficient, this is probably the easiest generation for you to conquer too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you a kid, if you 16, you born in the year 2000, now you 16 because you mean 2010, and you born 2010, now you 16 years old. If you in these little years have been and you brilliant,
oh yeah,
this is the easiest time. This is the easy because it's the same. It's the same. And this is no.
It's a lot of teenagers as millionaires already.
But also, that's what I'm saying.
Not
18-year-old. No, I said 16, 15, 14, like 13. Sure. And that's what I mean by like, okay, like, and it's going the mediocrity of life or things of being the competition level not being as high. If LaRussell was a rapper in 1990s, he should be another rapper. Because the skill set is not is more skill set. He would probably still be one of the rappers.
Yeah,
but he would because the skill set is diminished now. So long as you are proficient at the skill set and you got to support a team, you can probably make some shit shake because the skill set is not thing. And it's the same thing going to kids. Like the skill set is not easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was so funny. I was listening. You said Lil Russell. I was listening to J. Cole earlier today. His new and the fall off, right? And so my daughter's in the car with me. 12 years old, 12 and 14.
Interesting.
And so I'm like, oh, we gotta listen to J. Cole. So my one daughter, she's like a R&B head, so she's a little bit more apt to listen to J. Cole. My other one, she swears she's from the South Side of Chicago. I don't really know where that came from. I'm still trying to figure that part out. She swear. Totally different music taste. But she was like, she's went through an emo phase already. Like, this is how social media is very interesting, right? She's already been through like her emo black girl phase. She's had this like alt phase. So now she listens to like alt punk rock. But every once in a while she slips into King Von, which throws me for a loop. Like, it goes from Green Day to like,
I like the versatility.
I
like the versatility.
So she swears. So we're listening to J. Cole because I'm like, no, y'all gotta listen to J. Cole. It's the music, it's the lyricism. You know me. I'm like, I'm a 90s kid. Like, I grew up, I was born in the 80s, but I was raised in the 90s. Like, I'm used to words, and words have meanings, and there's simile and metaphor and personification, and I can like break it down.
It's a story.
So we're listening to J. Cole. Now, mind you, so far, I haven't had a song that I needed to skip. Maybe because I'm listening to them multiple times because I know he will throw something in there and I gotta know. So I'm trying to listen to it. So they go, nope, skip. They listen to the first few minutes. Oh, that's boring. Skip. So.
That sounds like me.
And it just reminds me of like this generation that like I had turned on a song from my generation. Lenny Williams, his song is about 8 minutes long, right? So I had turned it on. And so they was like, is this song still playing? How long is this song? They're just complaining. I'm like, but this is a classic.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like them now.
Listen,
That's my first song.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. If it's longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, my children are not having it. They do not want to hear a song longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds is long. I was like, we could
Oh, yeah,
sit
they probably hated
inside.
they probably hated J. Cole album. Every song was 4 minutes and
Yeah.
5 minutes long. Yeah.
But never mind.
Hey,
I'm not about to.
I ain't
Yeah, he might not like.
I have heard. I have. Yeah, I'm saying you.
fucked with
gotta-
it.
6.5.
This is
I fucked with
this
it
is
tough.
this is an album for the fans. If you know, this like this is why I always say like I don't.
So y'all really like this
Okay.
J. Cole album?
I did.
You can't be. This literally put. Well,
I'm a J. Cole fan.
I knew personally because I'm a second disc nigga. I haven't even listened to the first. I went directly to the second disc.
Oh, see, I
Just because I know me
That's
like
content.
for most discs for just that's just like throughout history most albums that has a double disc I resonate more with the second disc 9 times out of 10.
Makes sense.
And because
This album,
just because it's especially like recent history, the first disc always what niggas want to be. I'm testing this out, or this is a concept, or this is what I'm doing here. And then the second part is I'm finna give you what it is me. Like Future done did it.
I haven't got to the second disc yet. I'm sorry.
I listen to both. I listen to both.
But yeah, I heard the first. I just haven't played the first one yet, but I heard it's just pretty much a concept of him being back 28 or whatever, going back to the city.
Both the CDs is that. Both
I
the
said,
both.
yeah, and
This
I
one is
said I
him being
heard
29 back home, and then the
I
disc two
said,
is
yeah.
him being 39 back home.
Yeah, so
So it's a concept. It's a concept project. So I enjoy niggas doing things that are everybody not doing. First of all, you did a concept.
fact.
Yeah.
You stuck to a fucking story. I can appreciate that for what it is. Period.
Yeah.
Rapping wise, we ain't got to mention. Rapping wise, we ain't got to mention.
He rap well.
To me, the first disc was what he did to get on. When J. Cole first got on, no matter what you thought about J. Cole, how he got on was doing his own beats and rapping his ass off. That's what his fan base was. When people was defending J. Cole in the early 2019, when everybody was Kendrick and Drake and all this, people saying, no, J. Cole the one. That's what he was doing. So and I like the samples he did in the first song, in the first disc. I like the niggas. I like all that. I like that shit. I like what he did with the Boosie sample and shit. I like the whole concept of the first one. The second one to me was cool. The second CD was cool. I enjoyed it, but I actually enjoyed the first disc more. But I think it's because I'm enjoying the words of it more. I think what you say about the word thing, right? I'm a writer and a rapper first.
Yeah.
And also, I don't compare niggas to nothing. Yeah. I've got to a new space in music when I listen to music. I'm not comparing what you were doing when you were on your feature run. I'm not comparing you in the battle. I'm not comparing why you left the battle. I didn't put none of that in stake when I listened to the album.
Yeah,
I just literally shut my head off, went to the gym, and just listened to the project for what the project was. Yeah. And if you isolate just the project, that's a motherfucking really good project. Yeah. If you trying to add everything else in between of the battle and how you feel about him bagging out, and then you may not like it then because you're looking for something that's not going to be there. He didn't talk about the battle shit at all because it wasn't about the battle. It was a concept project. If you want to hear him talk about shit, better go listen to the DJ Clue project. That's where he mentioned and referenced certain stuff like that, but it's not going to be that.
May I add?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Now, valid. What you saying is
no expectations for me. No expectations for me.
I had nothing.
I'm not a big J. Cole fan. Have expectations for J. Cole either.
100%.
That's where my J. Cole fan is. 100%. Stops too.
100%.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to speak as a J. Cole fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak as a J. Cole fan, like damn near a diehard J. Cole fan. Y'all know I was pissed when he backed out of that, but at the same time, like the rollout to me, first of all, I rated it 6.5 out of 10, but it's not because of the battle stuff. It's not because of that. It's to me, when I listen to him, it sounds like he's cosplaying himself. Reason why I say that is because, bro, okay, you wrote out a project called The Fall Off. What a way to lure us in. Because it's like, okay, you see the state of, or how you perceive the state of what hip hop is, your lack of the passion thereof, whatever, to mind freak us, mind you, I'm not trying to cuss, to mind freak us into thinking like, okay, you're gonna tell us about this so-called fall off.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but then why you come out with the birthday blizzard rapping so hard talking about I'm still this, that, and the third? whenever that energy wasn't. If you apologize, then I ain't hearing that energy.
Yeah.
I'm not receiving it. It's like if somebody go to the club and be like, man, I whoop all y'all in here. I whoop everybody in here. And then somebody be like, all right, what's up? What we doing? And then you be like, nah, I'm playing. And then walk out. It's like next time you walk in the club and do it again, it's like, man.
Right.
That's so my thing is like the bravado you rap. He to me, he's still better than both of them. The actual skill of rapping.
Textbook rapping.
Yeah. He's like the actual skill of rapping.
And I want to combat your analogy of the things too, though.
Okay, we will. Yeah. We'll go. Yeah. Because there's more context within that situation.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But yeah. Totally though. No.
But and your pushback may be valid.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Your pushback gonna be valid.
Go.
But like,
hold on before you go.
Go ahead. My bad.
I just want to let y'all know we finna do this off camera. Career over time.
Oh,
we fuck with y'all. Appreciate y'all coming out.
Sorry.
It's gonna be some shit that I gotta pay for here soon. So just stay in tune, stay in touch, and we will be getting back to y'all.
That money said you'll never change. I lied to you niggas. I lied to you. I want the money, baby. We need the money.
Yeah.
Cause all the education shit.
Season 4, episode 62, man.
Shout out to Lonnie.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that. Turn on notifications, man. We will be back soon every Thursday. You know what I mean?
I'll let us. Yeah.
So give me
Okay. So
now I can
no, you good. So, but the reason why I said I rated the way I did is because to me it's the same wash, rinse, repeat. J. Cole. I'm going to produce my own beats. I might have a little bit.